Good evening, everybody. It's System Chalk with part 91 of the Apostle Obsonate playthrough as Ike Upscribe. We completed our first trip to the Evening Isles. Or was it the second? Because I think we might have... St. Tintretto... No, I don't think we would have visited the Evening Isles. So St. Tintretto is the first anecdote that we found, but yeah, we'll be heading on to Raven Isle tonight and hopefully completing it. The Callagine is close to expiring and we may have some evidence that we need to deal with, so I am going to jump straight into the Raven Isle, and then we will put our funds in. I am going to need at least one more, and then of course on top of that, I know I'm going to need to add one funds, and then of course I'm also going to need to pay the rent over the duration of the expedition. So things are going to be a little dicey for us over here. We do also have a dread on the table, along with 2 delightful blood and an old unhappy far off thing. So that can quickly get out of hand and turn into a game losing sort of dread cascade. But again, as long as you keep that in mind, you should usually be safe from it. Now, I have a couple of ideas about what I need for Raven Isle, but let's read the description. The chiefest peril of Raven Isle is the... Oh, I'm so bad at this. Soyukayans, the fallen immortals. By the way there, across the sea will be hard, and the isle is full of voices which carry the curse of visions. So I believe either... So Heart for the Sea, because of the Witch and Sister, or alternatively Forge might allow us to get past that. The Immortals, I believe, I don't think we can use Edge, but I think we can use Moth on them. Anyways, it'll tell us at the time. But in this case here, the Callagine and Maid in the Mirror are fixed anyway. But I'm pretty sure Forge, Heart, and Moth are... There are 3 things that we can use, although I think there's also going to be one other that I need to account for. Let's also start translating books. I don't know if I want to read them yet. We'll take our Frisian and we will translate Inem Cape Gingling Pur Garki Krippis, in which 4 enigmatic figures tell the stories they've heard over the years at the Roost, the secret location where the Aviform Hours congregate. All conviction, the world goes away. So I may wind up with another fascination out of this. And we have another Wildering Mirror. So in this case, it wouldn't hurt to get Enid kind of earning me a little more money, but I do want to try and get the repairs in where I can. Okay, the Artist's Reward. My recent work is considered significant. I may yet earn a living from this, but nothing is certain. So, I think my big stack of glimmering and erudition is now finally gone. Lots of mystique is kind of nice to confound the Suppression Bureau. It won't matter right now, obviously, but next time they start snooping around. So we still have a staleness, but we did get rid of one of it. Right, and I need to actually talk to Count Jannings for an expedition, or for a commission if I want to do that. Okay, I also have... Right, I have the sickness that's going to be coming up reasonably soon, and I don't have the money to pay for it, so let's do another painting. Oh, I gotta wait 10 seconds. That way I can get rid of the old unhappy far-off things. So the physical labor might be an idea for the vitality, and again, it's just because we had the restlessness coming up that I didn't do that, but again, we will grab the passion that we can. Again, we're pretty much out of notoriety again, so this whole plan of like really taking advantage of a lot of notoriety really didn't pan out, but that's life. Okay, so the Western Sea. Most of these islands are well known to the histories, but our destination lies in wild, uncharted reaches. We'll need Heart or Forge to survive. So Heart being the aspect related to the sea, and then presumably Forge being the means through which you'd be able to sort of develop mechanisms or means of dealing with it. The fifth eye curse, we need heart or winter to suppress this curse, otherwise it will not keep us from our goal, but it may trouble us later. So we've got the winter covered, and then the Sokoyans? I have no idea how to properly pronounce that. One might mistake them for old women until they discard their skins. This place is a swarm with them. They are as strong as strangling roots and at least half long, but they can be deceived, and they are very wary of light. Oh! I don't know if this changed or I just I misremembered, but in any case, the only thing that we really need extra of would be the moth. We're covered for everything else. Also money, but funds is easy to add. Alright, the air is curdled now. I'm home again in this lump in flesh. Better, perhaps. So I will get rid of the dread just as a precaution. I don't think it really matters which contentment I use, but I do want to get in the habit of just making sure that I use the one that's expiring. And a light in the skull. Dusty facts have now become clear in my brain, for now at least. And we will pretty much always pay for the colors of the night, although here there is a little bit of an argument that I may want to hold off. Okay, and we do have tentative evidence, so I'm going to need to get rid of that. I'm certain that an adversary has lodged a copy of their notes elsewhere, with their solicitor, with their superior, or even with a contact in the press. This is troubling. And we have the book, still the same text. So here, I think I'm actually going to do the fresh air and exercise. It's a delay to our efforts, but I don't think it would be a bad idea for me to try and minimize those costs. Okay, Watchman's Glass needs Silver Spintrea and all conviction. So if nothing else, hopefully we'll get rid of the staleness. There is going to be a couple dread that hit us with the expiration of the blood, but I'm not too worried about it. Oh, the sailor's strength. We are practical souls, strong in forge. We'll probably be fine. Sad the funds. It's not going to protect us from anything, but it just makes me feel better. And my recent work is considered significant. Actually, we got a decent payday out of that. And we lost the staleness. I'm sure it'll turn up. Alright, so, I mean, I suppose I could go to the worksite now. Do I want to do anything special right now? I mean, a reputation-based painting wouldn't hurt. But I will resist the urge. Actually, the one thing I am going to do. You know what? I'm going to put a pin in that. Yeah, we're just going to wait. Oh, no we're not, because this is going to take longer than I thought. A medium reputation-based painting. Oh, I thought there was going to be more to that. All right, fair enough. The mirror is repaired. It shines again as it did once before. So this is going to be a little bit of a wasted turn with the talk verb, although my get out of jail free card on that is to have a chat with Enid. Now, again, I could send off some of my moth followers, but I've got a perfectly good Callagine to deal with that. Oh, sorry. Before I do anything, let's get those commissions. And do I want to use my dream? Yes, I do, in 15 seconds to get rid of the delightful blood. Another day battered by storms. We must be close, but the Isles are a maddening maze, and the places we seek lie on no published chart. So, that didn't turn out for us. We need to go back. Okay, very substantial commission on edge. I'm gonna load up the rest of the commissions. I will pay for the paints, although again we're getting a little short on money. Okay, there's a dread, so we will get rid of that with contentment. That's why we kept the dream slot open. And the expedition continues. So let's add the extra funds now. We are going to need it. A very substantial commission on Grail for Madame Bichet. And does Dr. Redeem want secret histories? We'll see. Okay, studies become available to me again. In this case here, I think we will just go back to... We do have a few things threatening us right now. So fascination for another 39 seconds. And we do also have dread potentially showing up on the board. So for now, I'm just going to cool it. We'll get the translations done, and then we'll see what I need sort of moving forward. So commandments for the preservation of all that exists. Black Ellie, Damascene matriarch of the Sisterhood of the Knot, was imprisoned by Emperor Didius Julianus. She reportedly instructed that these secret doctrines be recorded in writing to preserve against their loss. Regrettably, the story goes, Didius Julianus ordered that the work be entombed with her in an unmarked sepulchre. This is in Deep Mandiac. Another light in the skull. Again, this would be great for doing all the upgrades and such, but we're really not equipped for that right now. So the contentment, well, I think that was just preserving the contentment that I already had, but we've got another one. So this will help me with the Delightful Blood. That's about to expire. We get our Mystique back. More reputation, fair enough. I'm gonna start doing the commissions. I think I'll let Enid take care of my finances for the next little while. Dr. Redeem would like a commission on Lantern. Fair enough. So it's going to take me a while to get the commission done, so let's chat with Enid and get that B&E taken care of. Get a tab to put the passion together. Alright, Practical Souls, Strong and Forge. I'm not going to add anything yet. We'll wait to see how the turn works out. Okay, more erudition for me. Mirrors are calm, the sun is steady, the glory recedes. I'm saying if that means anything. And a Season of Ardors, which will help me out with the dread if I so needed. Now, I am a little concerned about the Affliction. That's only got another 100 seconds left on it, but I also only have a few seconds left as far as my contentment's concerned. So we are going to get rid of the dread first, then the Affliction, and then we should be free. But save across the sea, wave lashed and sea spattered, sun scorched and salt stained, but here. Okay. And it is still, yeah. Still what we wanted. Oh, sorry, it's still the same text. And Scar in the Sky, Nin wrote this and came to regret it. One thing, I don't know, I should probably double check these works, but one thing I actually really like about the winter text is that even the descriptions of them are very terse. I'm assuming that is purely intentional, but I need to maybe double check that that's true for all of them, but certainly they're the ones that I find the most memorable. In cellars and attics, in secret compartments and sealed closets, the rich and not so rich conceal their treasures. I'm going to continue on the pattern of just doing commissions. It's not the best for the pocketbook, but I can handle it. Okay, plans for the next challenge. Consuming funds, can add funds now or it'll send another follower. I would have guessed that the Immortals are next, but based on this ordering, it seems like we're up against the curse before we go up against the inhabitants of the island. And my followers returned empty-handed. Today's tasks were beyond them. Alright, well, I'm going to send Enid back out, but for now, let's turn in some commissions. Some days are better than others. Some days the sky is nothing like a filthy sheet. Sometimes the river runs clear. Okay, There's our silver spin tray. I've received the currency of the secret world, and my patron has let tantalizing information slip. So in this case, we're 16 seconds away from finishing the commission. I think I'm okay waiting to wrap it up so I can turn it in. And oh, the moth has power in this close, crowded forest night. We will pass secretly and safely unless we are very unlucky. All right, so it does seem like we're trying to sneak by. Let's see if it turns out. Prepared the text for study. All right, so what are we up against? We get a free turn. So we know, basically we know that winter is almost certainly going to give us a dread. I would also guess that preservation of all that exists is probably going to mess with your head a little bit as well. But let's read the scar in the sky. The scar in the sky, because we know that we can, we know that we can sort of take a blow to our our dread at the moment. And then in my dreams, I know that. Wait a minute, I almost blew it. Affliction first, then the peacock door. And there is our lantern commission. So one more, we'll get Madame Bichet's Grail commission finished. The Sukoyans frustrated. Sukoyayan? No, sorry. I'm still never going to be able to pronounce it. The Sukoyans' frustrations. Hurry from the shadow to deeper shadow. Press faces into the spongy earth. They know we're here, but they don't know where. Their cries fade behind us. Lucky us. And Iron Spin Tray. So far as I can tell, those are good for auctioning, but not much else. I should maybe experiment with them a little bit more in future. But what matters to us right now is just to get the commissions, commissions done so that we can move on to other tasks. And 46 seconds, so I think I'm willing to send Enid onto another mission. Again, we should be fine for paying the rent as we continue to go through Raven Isle. Did I? I don't think I ever actually read the description of this place. So let's just here's where we were. So maybe I should explain why I knew the Immortals were here, other than the fact I've played this before. An extinct volcano lifts its head from its fervid tangle of emerald jungle. Immortals, fallen to the vilest crime of their kind, are exiled here to roost, guzzling the blood and cracking the bones of unwary travelers. They must have acquired some interesting toys over the years. So that's kind of why I knew. Okay, dread coming up, so that is a little inconvenient for us study verb-wise. What I might try and do, now that the commissions are done, I should probably just get a painting out of the way so that I can have the contentment. I guess it's got to be a passion one. Yep, I'm fine leaving this. And if we're going to be changing locations soon, I should probably get those other paintings done. The ones with the Grail and the and heart. All right, the final page is crowded. Each reader of the book records the same word. Now it is my turn. Now I should probably actually read what this book was. Each page of this book contains one word only, but as each page is turned, a knowledge creeps in. Sorry, I've really blown it on reading the descriptions here. So here we have the rite intercalate. This rite recapitulates the sun's abominable fate. It is used in extreme times by foolish adepts. And we have the wolf word. When the forge is cold and the glory is dark and the wood is dust, perhaps the wolf divided will rest, but only until it can devour itself. This word almost expresses the divided one's hatred. I think I said I wanted to do something with a study verb. Can I make sense of it, though? I mean, I could try moving the unresolved ambiguity into a vagabond map. I think it's probably better that I just focus on what I'm good at. Let's go... I'll read this one just because it's probably a little less likely to cause me trouble. Although, you know, it's moth, so who knows. Inam Capigingling Garki Krippus, in which four enigmatic figures tell the stories they've heard over the years at the Roost, the secret location where the Aviform Hours congregate. Inam, and not the breech crow shared his treasures. Garki, not the rarest. He takes those things most precious, which he claims found, not stolen. Okay, the sick room grows close and stale. Time to get up. So, I was originally going to go through the peacock door. I don't think that's the smartest thing for me to do right now. We'll see if we can dodge the dread. We definitely won't dodge the dread, actually, so... do a painting on my smartness. So we know we'll pass the curse. The only question is whether or not the curse will activate and cause us some trouble. Pay up for the paints, although that might be throwing good money after bad. And Season of Suspicion coming up. Curse shrivels. The Elegist knows what is already lost. His power will almost certainly protect us. Okay, and my followers returned with their haul. So actually, overall, that's a good day's work. So nice work, Enid. Hey, this is definitely what I was looking for. Okay, so we should be covered until we move locations. At this point, I'm just going to continue to paint. I'm going to paint a couple paintings, and then from there, it's moving day basically. Nothing really to repair, so what do I want to use the talk verb for? I guess turning in commissions and getting new ones. I have what was requested. That'll also get me a little mystique to try and send the Suppression Bureau off the scent. Hopefully we'll get some contentment for our exceptional work. Oh boy, but Birdsong really threw us for a loop. Kind of glad that we've got the dream open up. All right, my recent work was considered significant. I may earn a living from this, but nothing is certain. So, Mystique, Glimmering. Oh, let me guess, no contentment this time, right? Yep. Fair enough. Ooh, only 2 passion. I'm gonna wait. I'll wait a little bit. Ooh, and we just got the money for the paints back. I'll wait long enough to get at least the 3rd passion up. We've received the currency of the secret world, so... Is it glimmering? How are we for time? Ah! I'm over. I wanted to try and be on time on this one, and then I got really roped in. So let's see to the end of Raven Isle, at least. The Beach Crow, Capingling Purr. Is that spelling the same? Suggests that is not only a thief, but also a spy and even a voyeur. He has hidden the memory of secret couplings among the hours and their names in the corners of the house as treasures to gloat over. There is particularly fevered speculation on a liaison between the Ringyu, that fervent hour of the wood, and the mare in the tree, who sometimes has been the witch's sister. Okay, so the good news is that we can combine the fascination and dread right away to sort of cancel each other out. And then we have the mare and the ewe, so the real hours don't meet gods from nowhere, but the Ringyu meets the mare in the tree where the wood grows lush. Their couplings are forbidden, and forbidden things have power, and this is the story of their couplings. So one of the reasons I want to finish Raven Isle is just so I can make sure that most of this stuff doesn't run away from me. And finally, the commandments of the preservation of all that exists. Ellie describes a powerful protective incantations to be used in a variety of circumstances. Okay. We'll talk with Count Jennings about another commission, and I think I'm going to just go straight... Oh, right, sorry, I wanted to wait on the passion to be able to get the... I'd like to be able to do, like, 4 passion in a painting, but I'm a little rushed, so... Heart commission for Jennings. We'll see what Dr. Adim wants in a second. Treasures lie before us. Could use a new vial of blood. Okay, so here we'll add the vital pigment. Hopefully this works. I haven't actually done it this way before. And Season of Despair, so we are in trouble as far as our health is concerned. Raven Feathers, a mountain cave befouled by Soyukiants. On the walls they've scrawled their sad histories in 100 languages in a script of striking elegance. The creatures they were, the histories they owned, the children they mourned. This will never quite dry. Perfect. Okay, so it looks like we did get our Grail painting. Finally, it is essential that these protections be completed every 4th year to defend against the entry of the worms and against the avidity of the wave and the wound. In current history, at least, there is no indication that these protections have been performed regularly for at least the last 1,000 years. And so we have the unceasing mysteries from Heart. Did I actually read the Marin U? The real hours don't meet. Yes, we did. Okay. Unceasing mysteries. The Grail ripped the thunderskin from flesh. The Sisterin witch was born from 2 wombs. The velvet woke when the wood roots tasted blood. The heart is blood's drum, and here is its secret doctrine. Okay. Composure. Good. There's glimmering. Got plenty to study, but what we really care about is the histories they own, the children they mourn. What we really care about is the end of the end of the expedition. I guess we'll just say this is a special extended edition of Apostle Obsonate because we are getting close to half an hour now. I do apologize. I made something unique, something extraordinary, something I never dare exhibit publicly. This cannot possibly ever see daylight. It will earn no funds. We knew that going in, and we're going to do it again. Again, this is my chance to generate a whole lot of notoriety without consequence. And there's our Red Grail painting. She did not split the sun, but here we might imagine how she must have desired it. So the last one I can make is the heart painting. So, because it worked once, we're going to do it again. I'm just trying to think if there's anything I want to do. Let's get a health on the study verb, and then talking-wise, I feel like I should be doing something here, so let's get Enid out to burgle some things. Also, I've really not been touching the dream. I guess it's because of despair, but we got our contentment for finishing that last painting, so let's go to the Peacock store. That won't pay off until later in the play, or until next episode, but... And finally, in the back of the cave, the Soyukiants have made some sort of museum nest. The fine clothes they once wore adorned now with raven feathers, a little miscellany of cameo portraits and rotting family albums, a few items of power. So these are our rewards for Raven Isle, and more importantly, the end of our journey in the Evening Isles for the time being. So here we've got 5 creations. The Chalice Murmurous, I'm going to leave that for the next episode to indicate why that might be important, but my placement is very particular on the board here. A Manual for Departure, and finally the Origins of the Hours. So quite the haul. But yes, my apologies, but also my thanks for watching this extended edition. So we've completed all of our journeys in the Evening Isles to begin with, or that we can do right now. We are going to need more Port Noon anecdotes to be able to see the last of the Evening Isles. But that's going to be assisted by moving to Moreland's shop, where it will have a library which will allow us to be able to upgrade some of the Secret Histories lore that we have here. And then, of course, as we continue to move on, we'll get some things that will make it a little easier to go to the Peacock's door, but that's all for the future. As always, thank you very much for watching. If you've not subscribed already, please do consider doing so. And of course, the likes, the comments, all of the different interactions with the video is something that, one, I personally appreciate, but do also help to get the word out and let everybody sort of see the fun of the playthrough. We're getting close to 100 episodes. We'll see if I can bring the game in under 100 episodes. I don't think we will. But you've been very generous with your time tonight. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and we will be back Wednesday at 6:30 for the next episode. Until then.